So you'd say there like is no porn and there is no like all of that stuff, or
Yeah, because if that's your
even
only outlet,
doing things on your own, like include your partner if that's like the case. Like don't ever have it as like you're totally alone doing these things is what you're saying.
Yeah, because if that's your only outlet, then you will train your system to like, because some people might struggle with that at first, but then if they do that, they will train their system to only have that response in that. Okay, like the human sexuality, like the training of that system of those circuits and the response it's a very trainable system. So it responds to what you feed it.
Right.
And that's also why like some of the extreme stuff where people are constantly looking for novelty and they get deeper and deeper until they get to some really messed up
Crazy
stuff.
Yeah.
And then the next step is for them to try and act it out in life because they can't get any more jollies from the, so that's why it's you got to train it the right direction. So,
right. Well, and I think it also brings you closer to your partner if you're all about them. Like it enhances your connection. It enhances your intimacy. It enhances the experience to this like ultimate connecting level, I feel like.
Yeah, I agree.
What couple doesn't want that? And if you don't, then you might need to think about other things.
Well, let's talk about the experience then. I was going to give some tips. I mean, how to make things better, I think, in a relationship on the sexual side. Like I can tell, some things that guys can do.
Tips.
Okay, I'll give the tips for the guys. But so, I mean, I would say that the biggest thing, like if you just want to be good in bed as a guy and please your partner the most, is it's not all kinds of like mechanical, it's not figuring out the technique or the, or whatever. I'm not going to make the motions because, this already is an extreme episode, but it's not figuring out the technical details of which buttons to push and how to push them and what frequency and, that's not at all. I mean, that's a very small part, right? The biggest thing for guys to recognize is that it's actually slowing down, being very slow and taking a lot of time, teasing, basically.
Setting the mood, setting the tone.
Right. It's a very slow process, taking a very long time to get from the northern colonies to the southern colonies, Okay. And visit, the Bible Belt along the way. It's like, you gotta pay some, camp out there for a little bit too. But that's the thing, is like it's taking a very long time so that anticipation is built, because when anticipation is built very high, then it doesn't take much to to break the dam.
True.
So if you're just trying to break the dam and you just go straight to trying to break the dam, it's not. I'm not saying that you can't eventually break that dam, but you're going to get tired yourself out. Like it's so much easier if you don't rush the process. I think that, what I'm saying is like, so that's the key thing. It's counterintuitive to what a lot of guys would think.
I would give guys even a simpler tip.
Okay.
And I think if a guy just cares about a woman's pleasure, that will go so far for them. Like if they show that they care, if they do care.
Yeah.
Like that, which is also what you're saying. Like if you go slow, you do care. If you go fast, you're like, I'm just trying to get, mine and then be done.
Well, I think that there are a lot of guys that care too much. And so then it becomes pressure. And then they're like, I got to make this thing happen. I got to break the dam, and they're like, am I doing a good job?
Well, I'm not talking to those guys then if they do care. But I feel like a lot of women feel like men don't care what they're going through or like care to do stuff to them or make it an experience like you're saying, which I know is why you're giving them this tip.
Right,
but
exactly.
I think the like simplified version is if they show that they care, which they should care.
Right.
Like if you're having sex with a woman and you don't care about her experience in this, you should not be doing that. Like you're using her, whatever,
right.
Like
exactly.
That's not going to be a good experience for her.
Right.
And it should be a good experience for both of the people.
Right. Yeah.
So that is just what I would add in, like the simplified version.
I agree. Yeah. Because sometimes that's the issue, and
right.
And sometimes it could be that you're being too. But then a lot of times, the being too eager becomes an ego thing. It's not really about the other person; it's about you, isn't it? It's like it's like you're trying to get your ego boosted.
True.
And then you're gonna get the shoulder tap.
The shoulder tap.
The nice try, buddy. Time to come up here. Like you're done. You're tapped out. That's so.
Better than